The who?
The video I just put up.
About the
About just giving a compliment.
Oh, I don't think I saw that one. I think the one I just liked was you talking about
yeah, giving a compliment without dissing somebody else.
Oh yeah.
Cause that was the entire ship.
I hate that, man.
It was the entire ship. And it's like I gotta work with these dudes for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. Plus it's not fair when I'm doing 10 minutes and they doing 35.
Right.
I was like, you don't know I could be trash in 35. You don't know?
I don't like it either.
Yeah,
Like, hey, you just give me the
we
compliment. Oh, snap.
Oh.
They watching. They're like, oh, somebody said that. What's up, man? We back on the sneak tip with the rolling.
Yeah. When's the last time we've both been here?
I don't know. So I got no concept of time.
I don't either. I never know what day it is. I don't know what month it is.
Exactly. I never know the days.
No.
I'm always like, what day is it?
I don't know either.
Because there's no structure.
And I be trying to not do it, especially like on the road.
Mm-hmm.
I be like, hey, Saturday crowd?
Yeah,
I don't be knowing.
I will fumble. I don't even say what city I'm in.
No.
What's going on, Cleveland? Like, this is Buffalo.
You just get booed.
I meant like Cleveland is a suburb of Buffalo. No, it ain't. And then the bottle come in. All right, guys. Good time.
The boo birds out the gate.
But welcome back, Keon.
Yeah, man.
You on the cruise ship bastard.
Not
Sick
for
of
months. Not for months.
Sick
Thank
of it,
God.
man.
It's over. Thankful to have it, though.
It ain't over.
It's over.
You going back.
Not till November. That's what I'm saying.
That's close.
That's far, dog.
September, October, November.
Yeah, I got months.
And time goes fast.
I got months, man.
Man, when I was doing the cruise ships, I was dreading the next one. It could be like 4 months out. I'm like, God, it's tomorrow. And
I'm just not even thinking about it.
November, man. During the holiday November or like early November?
I scheduled around so it's early November, taking a break for Keelan's birthday, and then getting back. Another one, and then I'm done
for life.
Not for life. I mean, hopefully I can be done for life if something else pick up.
Yeah,
I can be done for life. If I can get on another tour or.
You got another like 2 week runs or just a week?
A week break and then a 2 week.
Oh,
that 2 week, I'm just.
I'm sick of it.
It's just hell. But you know what? Despite it being hell, as far as my relationship, it has been fantastic.
Really?
Yes.
Because you come back.
I come back, and it's a refresher for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And the love, the appreciation.
Yeah.
For like, I was just talking to Eric Rivera about this last night. And like, when we gone, he's like, his wife was like, I didn't realize how much you do.
Yeah.
Because he was like, yeah. I'll be out here.
Phil, you realize
so that part of it's dope, and then even for us just being, apart, and then we get to hang out, like we hang out all over again. Like when I see her, I was like, oh, who this chick?
Yeah,
like, what you up
brand
to?
new. You be
it's just new again.
Yeah,
need them breaks, but the 2 weeks is too. The 1 week I can do 1 to 7 days.
Yeah,
I can do. After that, I just be like, put a bullet in me. I'm done. And the ship can feel it. The people on the ship, they be like, how many more weeks you got? I'm like, another one. They be like, you look like you hate life right now.
Man, I'm telling you, man, that comedian that was doing a year, you could just see it in him. He was like, you want to hang out? I was like, nah, man, I'm going to just go to the room. You sure? Let's hang out. I'm like, man, you got to get out of here, man. You ever see that movie Mission to Mars when Don Cheadle was on Mars for like a year and a half and they went to rescue him? He was bearded up with plants and just musty and just like, oh, y'all came back for me? You just had to readjust to, oh, man.
Maybe that's why them comics want to hang out so much.
Yeah.
Because they always be like, we should get lunch. And I'd be like, why?
Man, listen, I'm cool on no hangouts.
I don't mind. And I don't want on a ship. The ships are small. If you've never been on a cruise ship, it's small. By the second day, everybody knows you're the comic. Everybody knows. So, like, if you eat as a group, that's just drawing more attention. Yeah. And then now everybody, so how'd you get started?
You guys were funny last night.
You guys are funny. I'm just trying to. One lady sat next to me. I'm mid-meal.
Yeah.
She sat down convo like you didn't see me eating this entire time.
Yeah, she saw you.
They just know.
She know you, though. Like,
and then the kids, oh, God. Hey, you're the guy. Yay! The kids be all in.
Man, dog.
Man.
The cruise ship life.
Then trying not to gain weight.
Oh, that's the. You know what though?
I actually lost a pound this time.
I was so disgusted by the buffet because it's the same thing day in and day out. I was just like, a lot of times I just wouldn't eat. I would eat like in the middle of the day and just be.
I started going to different places, and then I would just because the little bar they had had a really good salad, so I would just started eating there. Because I just got sick of the buffet. I was like, I'm not going no more.
If I still ate meat, it's been a little bit better. But since my options was so slim, I was just like, get me out of here, man.
The ships just be. And then they like the lady who cleans that cleans the room.
Yeah.
I had my do not disturb on the whole time. She had to tell me to turn. She was like, "Sir, I have to.
Yeah.
Like you got to let me do something." I was like, "I'm just asleep. I don't." And then my towel, fine, just change the towels and get out. Like I'm doing nothing.
Did they charge you every day for the service?
The little $4.
Even if they didn't come?
Yeah.
I don't like that, man. I don't like it.
But I think we can I
don't like
the tax tip.
Man, because it was like, man, what y'all charging me for, man?
Yeah.
It be stacking up. I be trying to keep my bills low as possible, but I need that Wi-Fi.
I don't even do the Well, I was doing Alaska though, so I didn't need the Wi-Fi because it's I was only without internet for a couple hours out of the day.
Mm-hmm. What he handed you a lid?
His plate so I can put more fish on it.
Put some more
in between.
Whatever y'all talk about is bullshit, fine, man. Put some more goldfish on my plate. Look at his face though. It's serious business. Kids are funny, man. He's so funny. It's all about snacks.
They're so funny. They've grown like since I've gone, just like socially and everything. So like before these last 2 trips, when I would leave and come back, they just didn't give a damn.
Mm-hmm.
But now they be hype.
Mm-hmm.
Like Keelan was like, Cody said when they came to pick me up from the airport, the plane was landing. She was like, "Daddy's on the plane." Like they be pumped. I was like, yeah. And I get in the car. I mean, granted, they say my name 332,000 times when I get back, but I'll take it.
Dad.
They be hype when I get back.
That's good, man. They still care about you.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
They still care, man. We dropped Sincere off in college this weekend.
Oh, yeah, how was it?
This past weekend. It was cool, man. It was like, move-in day was Saturday. We drove up Friday, and, we was walking around campus, and, it just reminded me how fast you make friends in college because
it's instant.
This group of kids came up behind us, and they was like, "You're Tony Baker from All Def Digital." Like, yeah. And so they started showing us around. Like, yeah, we came in early because we were in the black program thing. And it was, and I pointed to see he's black. And I was like, man, you could have came early. You know what I mean? And so then they showed us the dorm room and stuff like that. And then it just put my mind at ease because, I seen his room, met his roommates. We set him up there. And he got friends from out here that are going to school out there, just different schools, like UC Davis and another one.
Well, that's not close.
Maybe it's not Davis. One was like a 30-minute train ride away, and then another one was like super close.
Davis is up by Sacramento.
Oh, no, maybe it wasn't Davis. But they were like super close to each other. So I'm like, man, he's good. You know what I'm saying? And like once we got him set up and everything, I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And San Fran is dope. It'll give me a reason to go up there.
Yeah.
And I didn't cry. I didn't fold.
Nah.
I was surprised.
I wasn't. When they was talking about it in the chat, like, I was like, nah, because he's not. He left.
Yeah.
But he didn't like leave. You can see him whenever you want.
He's still close enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then it wasn't like a and Sincere ain't
yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm chilling.
It's just like, all right. So it was no.
Like had he went to
Florida,
Cleveland, Florida. Yeah, that's he leaving. But that San Francisco, like, I'll see you next weekend. All right, I'll pull up.
And I hate goodbyes, so I try to keep them as minimal as possible. And so I was at the hotel, and he was, his mom was gonna take him back to the dorm. And I was just like, all right, man, you know what I'm saying? Hugged him up, and then I went back to sleep for a power nap before I had to get on the road. And I was cool. I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And plus I felt better because Ree and Serene stayed an extra day.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a big, all right, Dad, thanks for, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, cool. I had hair on my chest. I was fully bearded.
I see you trying to grow it.
I'm gonna cut it soon. I just felt like it. Yeah. But yeah, man. And now I kind of feel like, at ease a little bit now because, I've been working so much that, you be feeling guilty when you're away for so long.
Man.
But now that he's in school and Serene's damn near grown, I can kind of relax more internally.
Yeah.
'Cause I was feeling guilty, like, with all the traveling and work.
Me too.
And so now I'm like, all right, he's gone. He's in college. We paying for it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm guilt-free now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let me get this money.
Man.
And so, back on the road tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Where you going?
New York and then North Carolina.
Carolina. What y'all doing in Carolina?
We Charlotte and Raleigh.
Oh, Charlotte.
Charlotte was trash last year, man.
Yeah?
Oh, that
Man,
show
Charlotte.
was garbage.
Oh, I love Charlotte.
That was one of the lower, I'm not dissing the city of Charlotte. If
Yeah.
it was just the show audience. Y'all didn't bring it last time we was there. Y'all were cool, but, I'll be ranking the cities, man.
Oh, I do too.
Every city we went to, I ranked them.
I rank every show on them ships, every single show.
The last on this tour for this year is Birmingham in the UK.
UK.
Dead last. It was Little Rock, but then Birmingham came in with a hot nothing. And then number one is Louisville, Kentucky.
I like
Still.
Louisville.
Still. London was great, but Birmingham, man, it was hot in there. The crowd was just sitting there, and I'm giving 110%.
Yeah.
It was just like,
I snapped on the cruise ship because, Alaska cruise is families and mostly old people. And it was a dude in there before the show started. This is the first show.
Yeah.
And he was asleep. And I just snapped. I just went off.
Let him
Luckily,
sleep.
it was the adult show.
Yeah.
So I cussed the whole crowd out.
Uh,
I was like, I'm sick of you old mother. I just went up. I was like, you come on the cruise. You say you're going to party for 7 days. You got 3 days in you. And you cash out because you're old as shit. You shouldn't be. Like, I just went up. But they dying.
Yeah.
But I was so sick. I was pissed.
Right.
I was like, I'm just tired of coming here giving effort. And y'all give me this half-ass response because you ain't got it. You washed pieces of shit. Like, I just went off.
You never had.
And they was dying.
That's funny, man. Get your old ass up, man.
Yeah, and I woke him up, and then he woke up, and I was like, you better stay your ass up the
Man,
entire time.
you don't know what happened, man. We've been laughing at you for 15 minutes. He's like, oh,
I
what's
hadn't even
next?
said a word yet. He was asleep. How you sleep before the show?
Man, he
'Cause
probably
they can't
just
handle
ate.
their liquor.
He probably just ate and was like, all right.
They eat and they lick and they just take your old ass to bed. Don't come. And then the young kids is like they come with their families. They was irritated because it's an older cruise.
Right.
So like we in the little social club or whatever, and they come to us like, man, where the girls at? I was like, y'all need to go to the cruise that go to the Caribbean or Mexico or something.
Man.
This ain't it. This is Alaska. Who's coming here?
He said, where
Old
the girls
people.
at?
It was like a
Where
group
the
of
women
boys.
in the cocaine at?
Yeah, they was
comedian?
like, come on, man.
We
And I was
want
like,
it.
what you want from me? I was like, I'm going home to my family, bro. Like,
man. The Princess Cruise was the oldest cruise.
I refuse to do that.
I
refuse to do it.
Oh, they were
refuse.
old as hell.
The
and
amount
tight.
of deaths that happen on that cruise, that's for people who don't know, Princess Cruise is that old, where people die on there regularly.
It's the Love Boat Cruise.
It's old. They
That-
just old as hell.
That show, The Love Boat, was based on that cruise line, and they was old and tight. He told a joke about communion at church.
Yeah.
I'm gonna report it. Get your Mildred.
Shut
Your ass up, man. I'm sick of it, Blanche.
The last
Snitching
night
on
I
me.
did a filthy set, just the last night, because I just didn't care. I was done. And they was being tight. I cussed them out for that. I was like, y'all come from an age of free love. Y'all was the most
I'm
filthy.
sick of the old people tight
Y'all
ass.
was the most filthy generation. And then you gonna mad because I'm talking about sex.
Oh,
y'all was
man.
out here just no condoms, just smashing everybody.
Raw.
And you
Peace and love.
you're talking about sex.
Oh,
now?
get out of here, man.
And
They've been smashing for 40 years.
40 years, and in old folks' home, that's the highest STD rates. They
be
still be
getting it
smashing.
in. They got Viagra now.
And then they want to get tight when you talk
Lube.
about filth. That's all y'all doing.
Sick of it, man.
Shut up, Agnes.
Yeah, I
Sick
don't
of
like
it.
the hypocritical nature of it. Pearl. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of it, man.
It's annoying.
They've been smashing.
For years.
Stop acting like y'all don't. Just because you ain't smashed in a while, don't bring it in. Don't mess up the
Yeah.
end. You remember. Maybe they don't remember.
I don't know.
Memory goes. Anyway, man.
Damn it.
Maya, we got Maya over here in the booth, even though it's just another
At
seat
the
at the
table.
table. It just sounds more. We got Maya in the booth. What's going on, Maya?
Well, top news. Jay-Z is partnering with the NFL for social outreach.
Mm.
Saw that.
Do you think it's okay for Jay-Z to partner with the NFL while Kaepernick is still being blacklisted?
I'm trying to really let it play out before I chime in, because I know I feel like Jay-Z has something up his sleeve other than just let me partner with the NFL, because and so, and I've read some things that he's looking to be part owner of a team and stuff like that, and so my opinion off top is just like cool, like get a black owner in there. I'm with that, and the fact that it's Jay-Z is even better, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody can sit there and say, like, oh, the NFL is this evil. You still got black players playing in the NFL. They didn't go nowhere. They didn't quit. They didn't walk off the job. And you still got black people watching the NFL. Like, I'm going to still watch it, but, man, that's messed up what Jay-Z do. How you going to watch it and then try to condemn Jay? And, then you got the people that never liked football in the first place, boycotting it. It's nothing for you because you never liked it in the first place. Well, it's just. So there's a lot of layers to it. And so I just want to see how everything plays out, and we'll see where it goes from there. And, he made a point about, after kneeling, what's next? And so we can get somebody in there that's really about, social justice and really cares about people, and we can get that in the owner's position. I mean, that's a step in the right direction. And, you can change the organization from within. It's little by little, but you know what I mean? So I don't know. It looks like a long game move rather than, the short term. We in the fast food, quick solution generation where everything needs to be instant.
But you know what? They still would be mad. They gonna find that's why I haven't had an opinion on it, because I'm like, it doesn't matter what happened. Like I honestly feel like people want to be upset, because if, like, let's say this is a power move and things do start to change,
right?
Well, they still like
there's always gonna be a still.
It fuels people. Like, I need something to be
right
up in an uproar about. So I'm kind of over everything. Like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all of it, because it's like none of y'all had a problem with the NFL until Cap kneeled, which wasn't even about the NFL. It was about police brutality. And then all of a sudden everybody had an issue with the NFL, but the NFL hasn't changed. It's been doing this same stuff. And now you have, but then now the Jays, well, I don't have an issue anymore. And it's just like, I'm just sick of everybody. Like, I'm just sick. Like, do whatever you want to do. I don't care anymore.
Caring about what's going on is exhausting.
Yeah.
Because it's always something.
But you know what it is? It's not caring about what's going on is easy. I don't care about people's opinions anymore. Like, I don't care.
But that's all part of it.
Well, because I'm sick. I'm sick of
from the news and social media. You're gonna see the opinions of others.
Yeah.
You can't hide from it unless you completely unplug.
Yeah,
So
but I'm saying I'm not
like,
going back and forth with people. Like, I don't. I just be like, hey, whatever, that's fine. Like, I'm not trying to change anybody's mind. I'm not, because I'm just like, it's extremists on both ends. You got the over the top Akbar type characters, and then you got the just complete sellouts, and then you just got the middle grounds, and I'm just like, guys, do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
And plus, everybody's, what is your actions in real life? Like, that's what I'm.
A lot of people just ain't doing a goddamn
and nothing.
thing.
So I don't care how you active on keyboard and sharing. What are you actually doing?
Right.
I don't care what you talk a very good game.
Oh, everybody
talks a fantastic
PhD
game.
in the comments section.
But in real life, what are you actually
I have
doing?
a degree in social activism, Black Historical Society.
Yeah, if you see my paper on Instagram,
I've been doing it for about 30 years now. I'm 28. I'm like, all right, man. What?
So yeah, if Jay, hopefully, like you said, he has something up his sleeve, and then I'm like, well, what did y'all want? Because it's like, I see both sides of the argument, and I understand what both sides are saying, but some people are like, well, he's partnering with them, but I thought you wanted change. Like, I thought that's what was the goal, to just stay mad,
right?
Or was it to fix something?
It's gonna be 7 players kneeling each game.
Yeah,
that's not enough.
And what does that do? So I don't know. And I feel like a lot of people got hyped up because Cap Girl went in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, but again, it didn't start off as being something against the NFL. It just started off as police brutality, and then it took like 3-4 different narratives. NFL troops and patriotism and all kind of shit. And it's just like, we're talking about cops shooting us. Like,
Right.
what do you, I don't know. It's exhausting.
It is.
And
I'm tired.
I just don't care
I
about
am
people
tired.
anymore.
Do you think this fatigue, this social justice fatigue, is going to allow our overlords, I don't know how you want to call them, to
Overlords.
just run rampant because everyone's too tired to check them anymore?
They probably
No,
they're probably
because-
watching us get tire ourselves out. Like, look at them getting tired.
Throwing punches.
Yes. We're not even marching no more.
Oh,
We
they just
like,
on the ropes.
I'm
Just
tired.
taking it in the
And
kidneys.
the overlords are like, perfect. You know, I don't know, man.
I don't. But you know what's crazy? There's so many extremists. They can't wear them out. Like they can't. The extremists gonna go. That's what they do. They go hard no matter what.
Right.
So you can't wear out everybody. Like even if we take a little break and then come back after some lemonade.
I just got to regroup.
Yeah,
man.
I need some Gatorade, a few electrolytes, and then I'll be back. But these people, man, have just worn me out.
Yeah.
And then I was on the ship, watching, political channels just to see. So I was watching it for fun. CNN, NBC, Fox News, and for fun I was watching it.
Yeah.
And I was like, why does anybody listen to any of these people?
Right.
This is insanity.
This is a lot, man. The same topic on two different networks. You get two different stories.
Complete.
Like, what the hell is going
And
on?
I'm
here?
just watching the word phrasing and the narratives being pushed, and it's hilarious because it's genius because the average person is stupid. So, like, I'm watching Fox News, and they'll take a quote, and they'll be like, and I'm paraphrasing here, so they'll simplify the quote and dumb
Right.
down. So people are like, well, why is that so bad? You know,
Right.
like, and then on the other side, they go all the way in. You know what I mean? And they're trying to push their narrative, like, and I'm like, first of all, Trump is just, another person, like another thing that we've been doing. He's not like, people try to make it seem like he's like the worst of the worst. And it's like, all these bastards were like this. You just didn't know.
Oh, look at Reagan. Look at
Exactly.
that tape that got leaked.
They were
Dirty
all like this. You just didn't
bastard.
know. So don't act like this is new.
Yeah. Reagan was the first president I was aware of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, oh, he's the president. And the way he talked. They would talk about him all the time on like shows and stuff. So he was the first president. Like before him, even though I existed probably, I don't even remember. But then, you hear what he was saying. It's like, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
And like, Trump and them, I found it refreshing when I was in London watching the news because they
They just
have
report the
no-
news. They don't have a side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so when America did some dumb shit, they was like, this is some bullshit right here.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes. Give me
it.
that overseas news.
That's why people like BBC. Because they're just like, they don't have a side. So
Right.
they're just like, hey, this is what happened.
Here's what
Form your own opinion. I'm just telling you what happened.
Mm-hmm. They wild as hell for this. And I forget what the topic was at that time. I was like, yep, absolutely right. Yeah, so I don't know. What else is going on, man?
Okay. There's a story that was reported in Science Daily called Daddy Shaming Happens Too.
Science Daily.
And the National Poll of Fathers says that many are sensitive to criticism, especially from their spouse or significant other.
Mm-hmm.
A quarter of them say criticism makes them less confident as a father. Half of them say criticism inspires them to make positive changes. So, Tony and Keon, how do you respond to criticism, and what do you think is the best way to criticize someone constructively?
When it comes to the kids, I used to get super annoyed. Because I was like, yo, we both don't know what the hell we doing. So don't come in like your way is right and mine is wrong, and it's just different. Like, whether it was small stuff from getting them dressed to whatever. I'm like, don't come behind me and change the outfit. I already put them in, whatever. And I don't even like your outfits. Like, I hated her outfits. I'm like, you got them trying to look cute. They look stupid. They look so stupid. And like, if I did something, she's like, hey, so-and-so needs whatever, and I do it, and she come checking behind me, I'd be like, I won't do it again. If you check my work again, I will never do it again. Don't come behind me like I'm a damn child. And like I'll shut down. I'll shut it all down. Don't check my
That's the
stuff.
hands off side, right?
Don't check my stuff.
That's the 50% hands off.
Quarter. You're in
The quarter.
The quarter.
The quarter that goes hands off. Wait, so it was 75, 25?
No, it's 50 said that it makes them want to make changes.
Okay.
25 says that they're
Hands
like
off.
Keon, their hands off. And then there's other people who will seek more information
Okay.
about, so is she right? Maybe she's wrong.
Right. when I got criticism, I would usually go with the probably make the change. Make the note. All right, I didn't even realize. Because I wouldn't look at it from a standpoint of I wouldn't get personally offended. I'd just be like, oh, all right, well, okay, let me work on that. You know what I mean? Because I always look at my parenting skills as a work in progress anyway, and so I was just like, all right, noted, and go from there. And plus, like, the boy's mom was just, top notch. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we might disagree with her being a little too soft at times, or like, too tight ass at times. But when it came to my criticism, you know what? I didn't even get a ton of it though. Like, it wasn't even a ton of criticism. It was just like I know she was more punctual than I was in terms of like
everybody's
the
more
timetable.
punctual.
Yeah, the timetable. You know what I'm saying? And so I'd be like, all right, we're gonna get there. I would get the boys to school on time, but anything else than that, I wouldn't like press it. And so, but she was like, all right, let's. So through action, she would be like, all right, let me get him here earlier than you can. But she would never say, you take the boys too late.
Yeah. I don't get criticized.
Like, all right.
I don't really get criticized, but I don't like coming behind me after something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because like we just have our own ways of doing it. As long as it's getting done, like, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, and she don't do it no more. Like, that was a thing that I like addressed early, because it was especially, and I get it, like when you're a new parents. And you're the mom, you birthed the kid, you feel like you know more, but at the end of the day you don't. Like, we neither one of us know what the hell we're doing, and we're flying by the seat of our pants. She don't do it as much now because now we both kind of just mentally checked out as far as caring about everything. Like,
right.
Oh, they're dying, it'll be fine. Like we just relaxed. But I'm
trying to think of what I got most sensitive about.
I just don't like the check-in. I just don't like the coming behind me after you didn't told me to do something or asked me to do something. I did it. Don't check if I did it. It's left alone. Leave it alone.
I wonder what made her start to do the checking. I wonder if you fumbled early and she was like, let me make sure he did it a certain, because there's usually like an origin to behaviors.
Yeah. Well, from the beginning it was just like she was her mom's a nurse, and she was checking with her mom on certain things or whatever. But I'm like, your mom is not raising these kids.
Right.
Like, I'm their father, I'm your husband. Your mom ain't got no say-so in this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So we gonna talk. And what I say, so, I had to pull rank, because I was like, your mom ain't got shit to do with this. Like, I'm sorry.
Mm.
Like, if they was sick or something. Well, my mom said we should do this. Well, I don't know. We're not doing that.
She got good insight.
But sometimes it wasn't even like it was like an either or, like it go either way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's just like, well, we can like none of the things were big deals. Like, it wasn't
right.
like on some real, like, her mom's a nurse, the kid's having a
right.
I'm like okay, what should we do? But on some small
stuff.
stuff.
Mom's petty, like
now you need
no,
let them down.
No, let's do your thing. Do your thing, man. I'm not raising the kids, right? I'm just grandmother out here.
But it'd be like small stuff, you know what I mean, like socks. Which socks they should put on? And I'd be like, well, fuck all the socks then. Let them put with sandals with no socks. How about that?
Yeah, man. So, because every parenting style is different.
Yeah.
I'll be looking at, like, how my mom is with the kids compared to, or like even myself. And like, it's just, my mom, her fuse is so short. It's just, when the kids are cutting up, she'd be like, she is easily annoyed. I'd be like, I try to ease the annoyance as much as possible, because, I am her, though. I get annoyed fast. I'll be like, all right. I don't know.
Yeah, my patience is growing, actually, with the kids. I'm way more calm.
My kids' patience is up there.
Like,
I get annoyed with adults.
Yeah.
And like older kids that know better, that's when little kids, when they making noise and playing, I can sit in that and not even like, hey. I'll just be like,
The only thing I can't handle is the whining, and not hurt whining. If you got hurt,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Or
But they just making noise.
Yeah, even a tantrum I can handle. I'll be like, hey, relax, like calm down, bring it down. But that when you just whine and nothing's wrong, I just snatch him up and throw him in the room. And be like, chill out. I can't do it. I want to punch Tony in the face right now. I can't handle it.
Eyeballs be dry as hell. Even when
Just
I see that
pulling on
in the
you.
supermarket, I'll be like, ain't nothing wrong with you.
Nothing.
I'll be wanting to pull up to these random kids. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You just making noise. Hush.
Oh, speaking of pull up,
Hush.
it was a kid on the cruise who went full, I hate you, mom. And I was like, just give me this kid for 15
At
seconds.
the show or just on the ship?
On the ship. I'm coming out of the, I had to borrow the mirror from the spa girls, cut my hair or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was returning the mirror, and he was like, I said I didn't want to go down there. I'm old enough to be by myself. I hate you. I hate you. I was just like, and the mom said nothing.
She just took it?
Nothing.
I'd have threw his ass in the ocean.
I was like, I want to toss him overboard.
He would have been in the Pacific Ocean.
And you see other people looking like, how your joke, other people was making eye contact, like, are you serious?
Yeah.
And I was like, I wanted my kids to be there just so I could be like, if you ever pull some shit like that.
I love it.
I was like,
My mom
my
did
God.
that to me, man.
I couldn't believe, like, he full on, I hate yelling. I'm sick of it. And I was just like, just punch him. Just punch him. No one's going to say anything. Everybody wants this to happen.
Man, she had to do something. She got pumped in the public
And she had the
space.
other kid there, and the other kid didn't have a reaction. They
The
just
other kid absorbed him. Like, I'm
Yeah.
going to go off like this, too.
He flipped out.
Man, in the ocean. Let me tell you something. If I hear a kid do this to his parent and I'm there, I'm throwing your kid in the ocean.
Oh.
And if you trip on me, I'm throwing you in as well.
I couldn't believe it.
It'll be a valuable lesson. See if your kid hates you when y'all surviving together in the ocean and your parent saves your life. I hate you.
And I was so worked up over it because I couldn't do anything. Like I took the stairs down to my floor, and I was just practicing like speeches. Like if you ever try some shit like I was going over it, and my kids wasn't even there, and I was in full speech, and people was looking at the stairs like, who the hell are you talking to? And I was just going off. I needed somebody to go off on because that kid, I wanted him. I wanted every piece of that.
Wow, man.
I was like, it was just me and another white lady. It was an Asian kid. Asian mom and me and another white lady, and she looked at me, and I was just like, I'm gonna take the stairs,
man,
because I couldn't.
And moms had to be embarrassed.
You know what?
But
that wasn't the first time he did that, so that might be their
here,
dynamic.
Here we go again.
Yeah, just leave me alone. I'm tired. I told you, I'm old enough to be by myself.
Now, if he said that in a calm manner, like, look, mom, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm old enough to do just please. Then cool. But all the yelling, first of all,
is
lower your case, boy.
Yeah.
And then you hate me? All right. Bet that.
How big was he? Was he bigger than his mom?
No, not
he
yet.
was big enough to be by himself.
But he was probably a good 10, 11.
Because if she's small and he's big, it might be hard to discipline him physically.
Man. Maya, you're a little person. Wouldn't you knock your kid out?
Well, I know pressure points, so I would know where to hit the kid.
He's like, I hate this. Just shut it all down.
Because I know you're not about that putting hands on the kid's life.
Well,
Or are
something
you?
like that.
What would you do in that situation?
An ear twist for a kid. 'Cause
Ear
that's
twist
not
is
abuse.
outstanding.
Those
Yeah.
hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not advocating the ear twist or
I
any
am.
physical
No,
abuse.
advocate the
I
ear
am.
twist.
I'm advocating.
If they're yelling at you and saying they hate you in public.
Just ear twist and walk away.
Mhm.
They'll follow because they don't want to lose the ear.
And then you have the conversation in the corner underneath the lifeboats.
I couldn't
I
believe
done
it.
brought your ass on this cruise. This is how you
Yeah.
repay me. You know what I'm saying? I could have left you at home with no babysittage. Let the coyotes raise you.
And then there were other kids who did get that. Like, I saw that.
Yeah.
And, they get to pull up to the
Yeah.
side. The kids in full tears. The parents like, yo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was peeking over her shoulder like,
Yeah. You see what's going on here. You got
we
that
ain't playing
right.
out here. Gave him a butt tap, like, good game.
Yeah. That's how you do it out here.
I
on
was
these
pumped.
parental
But that
streets.
mom, I was just like, you are sick.
Man.
You make me
She's in for
sick.
it. She's in for it down the line.
He had school shooter mentality.
Parenting is like going to prison, and like you got to make your presence felt early.
Yeah.
Like, you got to steal on somebody just to set the example. So when your kids push you to the limit, what sets you from? You got to steal on these kids in the parental streets.
Absolutely.
Just to let them know they can't run up and snatch you off the top bunk and take you in the shower.
That's why I don't have to do nothing. They're only 2 and 3, and I don't have to do anything anymore. The tone is set. I peek around the corner, make my eyes big, and look,
Yeah.
and Keelan shuts it down.
That's all you have to do.
Shuts it down.
Establish it early.
I don't even have. I don't see myself having to whoop them.
And this is
It's
going to carry
established.
over into the teens. And
Yeah.
like, yeah. Kids remember.
And I've already showed them I can be insane.
Yeah.
So they don't need it.
Mm-hmm. Man.
Speaking of people's inability to discipline their kids, a Georgia teen has gotten life in prison for strangling his sister over a Wi-Fi password. He had
She's
changed.
dead?
She's dead.
Oh wow.
She's dead. He killed her. He changed the password so that the internet wouldn't lag for his gaming. She said, "You have to change the password back." They got into a physical altercation, and he put her in a chokehold for, I think, 10 or 15 minutes. And she died the next day at the hospital.
Oh.
So, how, you kind of already touched on it, but how do you make sure that by the time the child is so big you can't physically discipline him, that he is able to control his anger?
I think that kid had other stuff going on. Like he might have been a killer regardless. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy to strangle your sibling
Over
to
the
death
Wi-Fi
over the Wi-Fi.
password?
That's not like a normal. You know what I mean?
Chokehold for 15 minutes?
Yeah, that's a different kind of rage and like chemical imbalance to do
Yeah.
something like that over a Wi-Fi
That's
password.
not the normal anger.
Yeah, that kid might have. You know, if it wasn't that, it might have been
Right.
a snap on a college campus because somebody sat in his assigned seat or something like that. That don't sound.
And he's probably not out here on the social tip heavy if he's that,
Yeah, if he's that passionate
about
about
the
games.
Wi-Fi language.
Yeah.
He probably just be at home, gaming it up, vegging out on snacks, and just, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I got to make it yeah, games. And then she come in there, you got to change the password back, Tommy.
Get
And
out of
then-
my room.
Yeah. and
Murder.
just, dang, man, that's sad.
And they probably gave him life based on, like, I don't think this kid's rap too tight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
How
they
old was
probably.
He was 16, she was 19.
You can get life at 16?
I guess they try you as an adult if they choose
They
to
tried
try
him
you
as an adult? I don't know if he should have been tried as an adult. I mean, I'm no legal connoisseur, but just like he's still young. I mean, definitely get some time. But I feel like it wasn't premeditated murder. It was like,
Well, they got him because the little brother, such a tragic story, the little brother tried to stop it while they were waiting for the police. The little brother's like, you have to let her go. And he wouldn't. So they were like, well, because he made a decision at that point.
Yeah, in that moment. Okay, that's different then.
Oh, thank you.
Dang. That's super sad. So there's another sibling involved too?
Yeah.
And I'm sure that kid told his parents, I hate you, at least once.
Oh, for sure.
That type of rage.
Yeah.
He was on the cruise ship with his parents and was like, I hate you, Mom, and you, sis. And then she came in there when they got back, the Wi-Fi password. And then,
That was
damn,
it. Yeah.
that's tragic.
Do you think fighting between siblings is the same brother, or sister versus brother, sister? Do you think
I only
you
had
should-
brothers, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know what sisters did in
Yeah.
terms of
I've heard from my friends like they older sisters always doing stuff, and then when they got older, that shut down. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I only had brothers, and so
I grew up with brothers. I used to fight my brother Scott a lot because I would get mad and just be like, yark, and then attack. I would usually lose, but I would always set off the attack. But I don't know about sisters. Though. I don't know how. You got sisters?
I have a little sister and 2 big brothers that I grew up with.
Okay. Did you fight them?
Yes. And probably with boys, you should stop them fighting their sisters once they hit puberty. Like once hormones become involved, you can no longer wrestle your sisters because it's the difference
Yeah.
is too much.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm tougher for it.
Mm-hmm.
but still.
Yeah.
The flashback, she's like, but still,
my
still
neck.
got the bruises.
Yeah, he tried to snap my neck this one time. Wrestling move.
Yeah, the
I
boys,
remember it.
because they fight all the time already. But they fights be funny to me, because they be playing, fight, I break it up, then they back to playing, then fight again. But his punches make me laugh. Like, Kendrick's punches make me laugh, because Keon be eating them. He don't really, like, but he be serious. And he be like,
It's funny hearing kids fight and then they be punching each other's backs.
yeah.
The back just has a funny sound to it. The back punch, it sounds so hollow. Like, and like they be just, the boys used to do that tough, and they would attack me. And I remember I used to always, I would fight Serene, and then I would use Sincere as like a shield. And I just throw him in the middle, and then, you know, or I had Sincere go in hot, then I come around from the side. You know, it was a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, but the sister dynamic, I don't know how that plays out.
I know nothing about it.
You know, whether it's the girls fighting each other or like the, because I know I fought a lot of girls when I was younger. And they were epic battles. Man, you know what I'm saying? Them girls could fight. You know?
They had older brothers. They knew what was up.
Yeah.
I fought my cousin once.
This one girl was the oldest, and I fought her, and man, she socked me up right. And then I remember when she hit me in the eye, I was like, yeah, I had a crush on her after that. I was like, yeah. And she was older than me, but I still went abuse. In. You know what I'm saying? And then I remember I fought Adriana, Angie. You know, anybody could get it back in the day. You know what I mean? I miss those. You talk about equality. That was it. You know, gender equality was back when we was in first grade, second. You know, where a girl can sock you up and then you can hit her back. I believe in the hit back though.
I do too.
Like if a woman hits me full steam, sock up.
Oh, you mean now?
Yeah. I'm not gonna sit there and let you sock me out.
No.
You can restrain.
I believe in the
Yeah.
holding. Yeah, I believe
I'm
in
trying
the
to restrain,
I believe in
but if she got hands like that, I'm stealing on you.
like I know like in my head, I don't know what would happen in real life, but in my head, I feel like I'm always gonna like try to end in him up.
Yeah.
But I'm strong.
I'm gonna go for the him up.
I'm stronger than you, so I'm gonna have to hit, even if it's a hold that ain't comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to calm down.
Right.
Like I didn't hit her,
What
but
if
I'm gonna
during the
protect
hold
myself.
she headbutts you 3 times on the nose?
And then her face might get slapped, but I didn't hit her. It might get a mush.
I'm going for if you clearly have skill as a fighter and you're a woman and you're fighting me, I will fight you head up.
Yeah, if they
like
have a
you would
skill
do.
set, like you could tell, like I have to fight you. Like I have. There's what do you want? What am I supposed to do?
If it's I'm a gentleman, but hey,
Yeah, but I'm not just gonna take a beat. And I feel like women who result to that, I don't know if you're a real woman. If you just resulting to just violence out the gate, yeah, I don't know if I respect you at that point. I don't know. You're supposed to have a certain kind of, grown etiquette, something. If you just swinging, I don't respect you as a person. Yeah, and it's all whatever. If you can't keep a cool enough head to have a conversation, and you just get to swinging,
going for the straight soccer.
yeah, and I don't know you, like, come on, man, that's ridiculous.
And it's stupid because chances are women's not going to be able to hit you hard enough to put you down.
Lose.
Right.
Yeah, so it doesn't make any sense.
'Cause all I need is one lucky one.
Yeah.
One raging, and you out. One raging, just wild.
What if you
mammoth
give her the
swing.
full steam and she just eats it? Like, damn. Oh, okay, that's what we doing. She take her shirt off, titties out. Like, all right, I've been waiting for this. That's what you like. Oh, snap. That's what you go to the trunk. Oh man, comedy. We got any questions?
Yes, we have some questions.
Segue. Titties out.
Titties
Questions?
out. Questions?
I want to punch a titty
Like full steam?
because like in the movie.
Well, I know you smacked one before.
In the movie, yeah. I want to like. You remember what's that movie? Was it Half Baked when he punched her in the titty? He was like, I just want to see what it does.
That's funny.
That would hurt a lot.
That seemed like it
It's
would
not
hurt.
like a peck. It's not like a muscle like this. It's
yeah.
like it's different.
Yeah.
Whole thing is different. You should not punch a natural titty.
That's what I'm. Matter of fact, if a girl ever run up on me, I'm not hitting her in the face. I'm punching the titty. Just straight titty
Go
punch.
right in the C cup.
Uppercut. Hopefully it fall off the top of the ball so it's uncomfortable too. Not only did it hurt, it's uncomfortable. My nipple's pointing up.
This comment section gonna be off the chain. There you go, man. Like, oh my God.
Well, J. Alex has questions about the Bible.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So after listening to
After
your
this?
thoughts about the Bible and God, what are your thoughts about the afterlife? I only ask because you don't believe in the Bible, so where does the afterlife come in? What and where do you believe you'll be?
When did this happen? Last episode?
I don't even remember.
Because I didn't never talked about this.
Once
Oh,
I do
yeah.
an episode, I forget.
At
It's
the
like
end
a
of last
clean wipe.
episode, you said that you don't believe the Bible word
Oh yeah,
for word.
I don't trust the Bible because it was written by men, and so it's hard for me to trust it because people be having agendas and when they writing this stuff and like I don't know.
there's a big game of telephone when it comes to the Bible. So
Yeah.
you don't know.
Like, oh yeah, this happened.
There's a comic that's a great joke about that. He basically, long story short, he said God is looking down and they reading the Bible. He's like, I didn't even say that.
Right.
Like, I never did.
How you gonna remix that?
Yeah. He's like, I never said that.
Because then you get the old and the new. Well, that was in the
Yeah.
Old Testament. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for me to trust that. Afterlife, I believe that, I don't know what the afterlife is going to look like, feel like, what's it going to be. I just assume there's another plane after this. And I think it'd be more so energy and, stuff like that. Like, your essence is just in a different realm or whatever. But at the same time, it's a mystery. Like, man, what really happens? I can't imagine not having a consciousness. I just can't imagine that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know you can be asleep or unconscious, but I can't imagine no longer existing at all.
Well, you'd exist, you just wouldn't exist as you.
Right. I'm saying like just the whole, my thoughts, all of that. Like I can't imagine it just nothing. You know what I mean? That's like, how do you even know when you died if there's nothing after that?
Do you remember ever going to sleep the second you fall asleep any individual night?
Sometimes it was like, man, I'm really fading on out, and then you just go, and then you wake up. But it's like after that, like what? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's a weird dynamic, like because nobody knows.
Nobody
and
knows.
It's coming.
People have had near-death experiences. People have taken a lot of psychedelics, and they say that, Joe Rogan's always going on about the DMT and stuff like that.
And every near-death experience is different. Some people like, I saw this, I did this, I floated. Some people like, I didn't see nothing. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, and people would say the entire life flashed. When I got in that car accident, this car hit us. It was coming. There was an accident on the side of the road, and then traffic had slowed down. The person behind us didn't slow down.
Yeah.
So they swerved around so they didn't hit us, but then they were about to hit the wall, overcorrected, and T-boned us. So I'm in the back seat. I see the car coming, full lights.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is how it ends. Like in my head, I was like, okay, I'm about to die.
Right.
And nothing happened. Like nothing flashed. You know, people say, I thought about it.
Yeah.
I was just like,
You
this
just
is how I
looking
go
at the
out.
lights coming in.
Yeah, I just saw the lights. And this would pop in my head. Toy Story.
Yeah.
I was like, when they say drunk drivers don't get hurt in car accidents because they're so loose.
Oh, you was going
So
Woody
I went
up?
full Woody. And when it came, I was like, and I dropped. I just sunk down and went lifeless.
Yeah.
So when we flipped over like 3.5 times on the freeway. And when the car was flipping, I just remember I was like, I was just like, I was just letting my body go.
And you was buckled?
Yeah. But the seatbelt came off
Okay.
because I didn't buckle it in like good enough.
Uh-huh.
I was a little high. So I wasn't driving though. But I was in the back and I didn't put it in all the way.
You just put it on the other side of you. Wasn't even nearly buckled. You was like,
So I remember I hit the roof of the car. But I remember even when I did it, I was like, and I hit the roof. And then I got trapped underneath, like, that part where your feet is at.
Yeah.
So, and I was just in there, just shaking. And I just remember when the car stopped, because the whole thing was kind of surreal. Like, I was just like, is this real? Is this like, am I dying now?
Right.
Yada. And then when it stopped, I remember I jumped up, like jerked up, like, is everything, good? And then, that was that. But when them lights was coming, my only thought was like, this is how it ends. This is how it goes.
This is the moment.
I was like, but if I go out, I ain't breaking no bones. And I just full Woody.
Man.
I don't know why that popped in my head. I don't know why
That was quick thinking, though.
I don't know why.
Immediately go to Toy Story in that moment. Woody.
Yeah, I just laid and nothing
There's a
happened.
snake in my boot.
All I have to show is this little scratch on my thumb.
That's dope.
That's it. And nobody in that car died. The driver was still hanging in his seat.
Mm-hmm.
And then you watching Batman? And then the passenger was he just got like a scratch on his nose.
Okay.
But the passenger was a preacher's kid.
Uh,
And he was like, I was just praying. We was like, hey man, I think that might have helped, dog.
God was like, I got you.
I know this guy. Let me.
That's my dude, man. Hold on.
His dad works for me.
Stop the tape.
I gotta save him.
That's funny, man. Closest I probably came to death was on the highway. I fell asleep at the wheel, and I woke up panicked because I went off the side, jerked the wheel, went over across, and that was like a 4-lane highway, so 2 on this side, 2 on the other. So I jerked went across the other lane, went across the middle piece, and went over the other side where the traffic was coming this way. So I saw trucks coming as I'm like, and then went all the way to the other side into the grass, and I was just like, then my boy Chuck, he woke up shouting, and then we going, we like, and I was like, whoo! I was sweating. I looked like John Candy in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Steve Martin woke up. He was like, Tony! Because he waking up in mid chaos. Man, you talk about shook.
That was scary.
Oh, man.
That's good. The scariest part of our accident was the aftermath when the car was upside down and we seen all the cars swerving to miss us.
Oh, man.
That was because I was like, if this one hits us, we're dying.
Yeah.
Like, there's no.
That's crazy, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's serious. I mean, I do believe that there is some sort of afterlife from personal experience, but I don't know what it looks like.
Personal experience. What did you experience?
Well, the day that my mom passed in an accident, I stopped what I was doing because I was like, there's someone in this house with me. I looked over the clock, and it was the minute that she had passed. It was on the police report. It was her watch stopped at that time. So I know the minute it passed. And I remember looking, I was doing dishes, and I looked up, I was like, someone's in this house with me. At that moment, I was like, there's someone here. And I looked around, I was like, there's no one here.
Yeah.
But I was like, I know there's somebody here. And then I was like, that was so weird. And then I didn't find out till like noon that it had happened. But me being that feeling, like that was at the moment. So I'm like, okay, so there's something.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Right.
I'm not gonna ask too many questions, but I know that.
And you felt it for real, like somebody is in here.
I knew there was a person over there looking at me, watching me doing what I was doing. So I was like, there's someone here.
Wow.
I know it was her.
Yeah.
It was her.
And it wasn't even, it felt comforting. I assume the energy that you felt, it wasn't like a.
Yeah, well, it was just like, oh, someone could come in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I just felt like, oh, someone come in the house, because my sister, at this point, my sister lived next door. So like, I don't know who come in the house, but there was nobody in the house. It was too early in the morning.
Man.
So I'm not really worried about it. I'm not scared. And I would advise everyone at home, don't be scared about it.
Yeah, I'm not
scared of death.
I'm definitely concerned. I'm super intrigued. I think about it all the time. I think about death all the time. Like, because I know it's inevitable. You know what I mean? So I'm always thinking like, man, what's it going to be like? How old am I going to be? It's coming. You know what I mean? It's going to be like sleep. How's it going to happen for me? I'm always like, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't even want to think about it. I do. And it's not like I'm just like, man, what's it going to be like? You know what I mean? And
yeah, I'm just interested. Like,
man, I'm super.
Like you said, I can't grasp not having a conscience. Like I can't
imagine
do it.
that.
Like I try to imagine just being gone, but I'm like, I don't. Maybe we don't have the mental capacity to do it. Like I can't think of just not being here.
Yeah, it's hard to fathom. And the cold part is it's coming.
Yep.
It's not like maybe I won't die. No,
we're all out.
It's coming for you. You know what I mean? The scary part is, I don't think humans got that much time left because of the environment. That's a real thing. And so I'm just like, man, we all might be out of here sooner than we think.
Or most of us.
Yeah.
There have been whole human species that have come and gone, like Neanderthals, Denisovans.
Everybody got their little time to shine, and then You out.
Then the X-Men.
The re-up, man.
Then the X-Men. That's what I want to be here for. I'm pissed that I got this regular life. I wanted the mutant life so bad.
I want to see like how humans end up later on down the line.
I want to be a mutant.
As we get closer to the sun expanding, what are the last humans going to look like?
Might not be any humans in a million years, By the time that comes, that's like, what, 100 million years?
Oh,
away?
yeah, that's way down the line. I just wonder how long we going to be out here?
I just want the X-Men, whatever that era is, I just want that. If we do come back, I want to come back during that.
Right.
I want a power.
I want to breathe underwater.
I want something. I don't even care. I don't care if my power was just being able to, like, blow up like a blowfish. I don't care. I could just do something.
That would suck.
But still.
Oh, Keon's puffed again. Crazy Keon, man. Look at your clothes. You're stretching your shirt out.
I just want to be able to do it. It could be a party trick. Hey, do the thing. Oh, yeah. That's it. I just want a power.
I used to have a joke about that where I was like, man, if we had powers in real life, they'd just be super simple. Like, yeah, I can create water from my hands, but it only comes in drips. Yeah. Like I could water your plants straight from anything more than that I just can't do.
Like when Meg could grow her nails real long in the Family Guy, that was her only power. She just grew her nails.
Yeah.
That's cool. I can give you a good scratch.
That's crazy. What else? You got any more questions?
Yeah, we have Will Brown, who writes, I've been in the Navy for 17 years and freedom is imminent. If you were to join the military, which branch would it be and what type of jobs do you think you would have?
I would do the Air Force because it's the easiest.
That's what I was thinking.
Just flat out, just straight up. My brother did the Marines, my dad did the Navy, and I have friends in the Army. I was like, that just is like too much work. But I knew guys in the Air Force where we was in college, it was Air Force base. They ain't do nothing, man. Yeah. And they had the best stuff, the best technology, the best everything, had the most money. It was just it just looked like a cakewalk. And I'm like, if I do military, I want to be a cakewalk. I'm not here to protect and serve and do all that for real. I just want free education.
I'll go with the Air Force too. Cause my brother did the Air Force. He careered it. And so I was like, all right, I could do that. You know what I mean? I'm not that passionate about America.
Yeah.
To fully Marine out.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Front lines, I'll die for this country right now. I have questions. I have concerns. I have trust issues with this country, so exactly. I'm not ready to put my life on the line for it. No. They over there fighting for our freedoms. No, we're not.
No, we're not. We're fighting
Ain't
for
nobody
oil
coming over here trying to enslave us. I hate that whole argument.
Yeah. You know what though? Like what's crazy is I don't know if people from other countries know that we feel because on the ship people from all over the place.
Right.
So every time somebody would diss America, they'd be like, no offense. I'd be like, I don't think you understand my relationship with my country. Like, I'm not, America. I was like, I'm a black male in America. Our relationship is way different.
Dynamic.
So you can shit on them all you want. Matter of fact, the stuff you're saying is correct.
Right.
So I don't care. I don't. And I'm not passionate enough to do Marines or Army.
I'll die for this.
Get out there. I'd be like, no.
I have questions.
No.
I
don't want to. I don't want to.
Especially imagine going to fight for your country and then you come back and you got to go in the colored section and get shit. Come on, man.
Look how they treat
That'd have been a valuable lesson then. Like, I just saw my dad go through that. Like, if I was around in the 60s and my dad comes back from World War II or whatever and they'd be like, they still treating you like this?
No.
The military would never see me.
Nah.
They don't care about veterans. I mean, up until the 20s, it was 1919, World War I veterans marching on Washington because they didn't get their benefits. Like
out here with the pants leg taped to the butt, nothing.
Yeah, this is no offense to people who are patriotic. Okay, so that leads me to our last question, which a question I'm asking, but it kind of goes back to what you're talking about before. So the Space Force or anything like that, NASA. If you had a kid that wanted to go on the Mars mission, like say your son grows up and is like, I want to be the first man to settle Mars, you're probably never going to see him again. What would you say if your sons came to you and said, Dad, I want to settle Mars?
I'd ask questions like, why? Like, what do you want to do that for? And see what their answers are.
I'm sure they would have a good reason more than just, and that might be the move. We fucking this planet up. So I would kind of feel safer knowing, oh, you getting out of here? Man, you take care, man. I ain't going to make the trip, but, man, you know what I'm saying? And so it would just be sad because I wouldn't see them again. But, you know, you can't really stop your kids from doing what they want to do. So all you can do is really listen, give your input if they ask for it, and then just go from there. Be like, well, you know, I'll be like, what's the survival rate of the trip? You know what I'm saying? Is everything, how long is it going to take to get there? What if something goes wrong? You know, that basic parent concern, you know what I mean? What if, you know what I'm saying, you lose the rest of the crew and it's just you? You're going to be Matt Damon, you know what I'm saying? And so stuff like that, you know. But at the same time, I'm an astronomy nerd. So I'm like, man, you going to Mars? Can I go? You know what I mean? Let me go with you. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you're too old, Dad. I don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that would be me probably.
They'll probably have a good shot because a lot of these spaceships, they're trying to staff them with mostly women because women are smaller.
Oh, okay.
So most of the staff is probably going to be women, 5 feet, you know, can move into things or get into places, don't have to eat as much. And then
a couple males.
No, my son, he'd be like, Dad, you know, it's all women going.
Yeah,
That's
it's just
okay. That's why you want to go.
Out here. Yeah.
All right, I see. Mm-hmm. Dad, they sending it's 10 women and me.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going. I'm like, you dirty bastard.
You dirty bastard. But that's the move, man. You know what I'm saying? 2 guys, 8 girls.
Don't do that.
It's a good time. Drama.
Uh-oh.
It's going down. He's not going to Mars, man. He's not ready.
Did he eat something? Okay.
Well, I think that's a good place to, you know, wrap up the show. You know, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Daddy Issues. If you have any questions, ask us in the comments section on YouTube. We will tackle them on the show. You can find Keon Polee at anything Keon Polee. His website is up, KeonPolee.com. Hit it up. And, you know, Tony Baker Comedy on everything as usual. Is there anything else I needed to plug? No, that's probably it, really. You know what I'm saying? Look for me in the city near you this fall and winter. I'm going on a little tour. Keon going to be coming with me for those dates, so pull up. And thank you, Maya, once again for joining us in the booth. Shout out to Cam back there that you never see. And we out here.